There is a debate going around concerning the president standing for 2021 election. The question is he eligible? I'm 100% saying the president is eligible to stand. Why am I saying so? Because so many people have come out saying the president is not eligible. The narrow president, the opposition president, including the LAS, they are saying the president is not eligible. According to them, what they are saying is the president was elected in 2015 and was also elected in 2016. So according to the Zambian constitution, which is saying the president shall not be elected not more than twice, which is 100% true. There is an article in the constitution which is saying that, which is supporting their argument. There is also an article in the same constitution which is saying a term shall not be less than 3 years. Now, why am I saying the president is eligible to stand? Simple. In 2016, we had general election and a new constitution. You see, when we have a new constitution, it means you start afresh. Zambian people demanded to have a new constitution before 2016 general elections. They wanted to start afresh. They wanted a new thing. They were tired and fed up of 96 constitution, which was not giving them their expectations. They wanted people-driven constitution. That's what they demanded. I remember very well the late president said, in this country there is no constitution crisis. We stood against it. We said, we have a constitution crisis in this country. Some of those people were saying they are the voice of voiceless. They busy started going out, announcing to the world that Zambia is in a constitution crisis. No matter how hard the president tried to convince us, all he said was, what we need is just to do some amendments, just to put some patches. We said, no, we want the entire constitution. These people were busy pushing for the new constitution. They knew what was in that drafted constitution. They knew the content. And they knew that it was not going to be easy for any political party, for any ruling political party, to give this constitution to the Zambian people. So they wanted to use this constitution to campaign against the ruling party. Unfortunately, here comes a man, a very brave man, with no fear. He gave the Zambian people what they are asking for, what they are demanding. He gave the Zambian people a constitution. In 2016 elections, we had two combined elections, the general election and the referendum. The referendum, which we Zambian people said, we must go for a referendum. The same people who were busy campaigning for this referendum, during election time, they went against it. Why? Because to them, their interest was to save their skin. Today, in this 2016 constitution, there is no Bill of Rights. We don't have Bill of Rights. The same people who supported in the first place, during the draft, the same people wanted this constitution, went against the constitution during general elections. They started campaigning against it. You see, if we want to develop this country, we should first put our country first, over anything. But it's like, in our Zambian politics, personal issue come first. And this is what is happening. We can see it clear. Personal issue is the matter at the hand. When you look at the 2016 elections, this constitution, which we people driven, which we people said should be the new beginning of Zambia. This constitution should give us a new future. Just before the general election, we had to start putting each other. What I'm trying to say is, because of the selfishness of the leaders that we have, there are some articles which were supposed to be added in that constitution, which are not being added. Before the general elections, the parliament was dissolved. Now, according to the constitution, it says ministers should stay in office till the time of handing over to new ministers. And that is exactly what the president did. That is exactly what the president did. Now, there was an argument to say the minister shouldn't stay in office because ministers are no longer MPs. The parliament has been dissolved. Their argument also based on the article in the constitution, which was saying ministers shall come from parliament. So since one of the qualifications for them to be ministers is to be MP, and they are no longer MPs, so why should they stay? I understand the matter was taken to Constitutional Court, and the ruling was given. Now, the reason why I'm trying to bring up this is because I want to show the Zambian people that in Zambia, we don't pay attention to what we are doing. We focus on that particular day, especially when we know that there's something that we are going to benefit. Before the final draft constitution was given to the Zambian people, there was a proposal which was saying ministers should come outside parliament. So with that proposal, this which was going to marry the article which the president used to keep the ministers in office. But no, they didn't go for that. Why? Because what they wanted was Kuria Pavili. Indian never minister, at the same time never MP. They didn't think for the future. Now, if we people who drafted that constitution are confused now, what about the future? What about our children who are not part and parcel to this draft, to this constitution? How are they going to be able to use this constitution? It will be more confusing. So let's put personal issue aside. Let's deal issue at hand. Let's look at how best can we help and work together to develop this country. So to take you back to my issue, to my point, where I'm saying the president is eligible, because those who are saying the president is not eligible has been voted twice because they are using two constitutions at the same time. They are using 96 constitutions. At the same time, they are using 2016 constitution.